What exactly are you doing with the broom, honey? You're sweeping. Well, that's nice of you. You're helping Auntie. Wow. Heard that one, little man. You feel better? Gotta take you to school. You ready? You ready?
Yeah.
Alright, put the broom back. I tell you, this clay is getting to be a real issue. This is where I pull in and take a look at the mess we go through to get into here. I had some real trouble getting in this morning, and the problem is we need to get the equipment over here. It's quite a bit extra work to get to carry all the stuff that distance. I may have to start parking the truck here until we dry up a little bit, because man, we came real close to not getting in this morning. Obviously we got a lot of fungal activity in this soil, or let me qualify, at least we have a lot of fungal activity in these wood chips around this tree, but that will translate to fungal activity in the soil. The fungus is what we need to break up all the roots that are in the ground here from all these trees that we cut down. I'm going to tell you, the more I come here, the more I realize just how much we've gotten done. It's kind of weird to say this, but when I spent all this time, I spent an awful lot of time working in this section before I even started showing you guys what we're doing here. We bought this property several years ago, and there was a serious conflict with the survey. I was actually told the property I owned was over there. But part of the property was this section here. When I first bought it, it was a mess. Now, we were just about to break ground on building the house when we finally got agreement to buy that property next to it. And this is where things got complicated. We were able to fix the survey and figure out where we actually owned, and I spent quite a bit of time clearing 2 acres, 3 acres of someone else's property. Now, he's awfully happy with that, because that's 3 acres he doesn't have to clear. He's been over here working ever since he saw that it could be cleared. He realized he could do it, and he wanted it done. But the surveyor sent me to the wrong property. It was just a mess. Anyway, we got all that fixed, but before we had that fixed, I worked in this section right over here. And we had cleared some of this, but it wasn't a whole lot of it. Now, we're finally at a point where we're planting over here, and I'm looking at just how much we got done, and there isn't much left. It's really quite impressive. Now, just to show you what I mean, the bend in the canal is basically where the property line is. So we just have this little stretch here, and if you pan over, you can actually see the fence posts. Right there you can see one of the fence posts. This is all that's left. And what's interesting is, even though this little section here, most of this is grass. There are very few trees, and the trees that we do have here are small. Mostly this is just this big bush grass that gets real tall. And what the guys have done is they've started over there by the fence, and they're kind of swinging back this way. Really nice to see things come together like this. We're so close. Gotta admit, I'm starting to get excited about this. One of the reasons I'm so excited to see this get so close to being done is because I really need to get started on the next food forest section. I wanted to get the food forest done in August, and well, things just got in the way. It's interesting. I planted these moringa trees last year sometime. It might have been almost a year ago. I planted some of these moringas. I just came through here, dug a few holes, threw some moringa seeds in the ground, and I basically ignored them. I didn't do anything. They're not connected to the swale. They're not even part of any of the irrigation systems at all. Up until September, we had been dealing with massive drought, yet we still have at least a couple of these moringas coming up. I want to see how they would do with being neglected in the environment here. But this is a good sign. This is a sign that when I give them a little care over on the other side, they're going to explode. Because you saw where we do have them connected to the swales, where we do have them connected to the irrigation system, where they get a little water, they're much, much, much bigger. But this proves that even without the water, even without any care, even being completely neglected, they live. Pretty Girl has got a thing at school where we have to have a Christmas present under the tree for her at the school. Now what I have to do is find something simple to put under the tree. It's something I actually should have had it yesterday, and I just couldn't do it, though just not that high. The party's on Monday, so it'll be there before her party. I'm always amazed at just how fast time gets by me here. I was at home taking care of Mr. Mello there, doing a few things, and boy oh boy, it just like, I turn around and it's the end of the day. As you can see, they flooded the canal. Apparently someone downstream needs water for a fish pond, so they've decided to run water here. When they flooded this, they flooded the entire system. The swale network is completely flooded again. I come here and I take a look at this and take a look what we have. We've got some big old bullfrogs. We've got a bunch of frogs here. And these frogs are a very good sign. This entire system, the permaculture system, we want to increase the life here. We want to increase the life in the soil. We want to increase the life in the trees. We want to increase the life above the soil, below the soil. And we want to use natural systems to deal with problems. One of the most effective natural systems at dealing with bugs is frogs. And we've got a bunch of them. We're creating habitat that make these frogs very happy. To be totally honest, I had not planned on running water through the system yet. It's still pretty wet here from all the rain, so we really don't need the water. Since they left that gate open, the water flows into my swale system. Now, I don't mind. The swales fill, and now the swales are going to be full for even longer. It's going to give us better irrigation for a longer time frame. But I wouldn't have chosen to do that now. Luckily, it doesn't matter. The system has a design, and the design is what makes it work. They really did a good job here clearing this stuff up. Now, we're not getting rid of this grass. What I told them to do earlier today, I told them just to lay the grass down. Leave the grass. All right, just put the grass here. The grass will break down, decompose, feed the soil, and it'll be a good thing. So that's what they've done. And we've got a lot of this grass cut down. Also been informed we have another problem. This chainsaw won't work. It looks like an odd thing to be broken. So we're gonna have to take this apart and find out what it is.